You're watching the Bear Dice Club.
The very end, you were struggling a little bit.
You're very.
You weren't too bad otherwise.
Very generous, Sawyer.
Welcome to Abomination.
It's a birthday.
Vaults.
People expect it.
Yeah.
We were just discussing our very eventful and wild session last week.
I thought it was great.
Boy,
I loved it.
That was a great episode, though. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, very eventful. A lot of suspense going on.
Boggle showed up, I believe.
Yes, he did.
With the Devil's Glaive.
You remember that, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to forget. I think he knocked over bookshelves too and stuff. Yeah.
I think
Fuck
around
books.
after
Fuck you,
that
ghouls.
moment is where we started to
Especially.
really lose you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure like some roles were made for me, and yeah.
Yeah, you started to get you were asking us to. You sure you guys logged all the shots right? And we're like, Nathan, you're fine. Just ride it out.
Very concerned. Yeah. Very priorities, right?
That was
a lot
very
of shots,
important,
dude.
right?
13 shots. Holy crap!
12
Is
and
that
a
how
half.
much it was? Really?
12 and a half.
12 and
Aaron
a
said
half.
it should have been 13 and a half, but he didn't. Like I forgot about it, and he didn't tell me about it, and I'm glad he didn't because I was miserable. I was a really bad way I set it up.
I bet you were.
Next year it'll
We should have told you to have a gallon of water next to you while you were doing these shots.
Yeah.
I had water and some other, but it's that's
Yeah,
I've never done
pounding that.
more than 1 or 2 shots. That's it.
Yeah.
Just no more than that. Except for my 21st birthday, I did 21 shots of chocolate milk.
chocolate milk. What?
Were you still living at the house?
That was before
Refuge?
the house. I was right before. Very
Okay.
soon. I remember I added an apartment with Darren and Nathan, right between Concordia and MSUM. And so that's where we were. So yep.
I think I did
It was
20
just a
some
couple
shots
months,
in a night
couple
once.
months later that we moved into that house. So
That's rough.
way too many.
I actually
dudes in
woke
there.
up feeling
was fun.
fantastic. I don't know what happened. I got so lucky. I just got lucky.
That's weird.
Yeah. It was weird because I've had nights where I've drank way less and had much worse nights or days the next day. So I don't really drink anymore though.
No, I don't either. I don't know why I was so happy to get my cupboard filled with booze, with $2 to $4
Feels
bottles
fancy.
of random
I'll
stuff.
still buy something from time to time, but I'm not like I used to just make sure my house had something at all times. No, I'm
Sure.
not too concerned about it. So.
Yeah, my family was up this weekend. Kind of felt bad. I had no beers in my fridge for my dad to drink it all, but I did take him to
You got it.
Pixeled. So that
yeah, I
was a
saw
lot of
that.
fun. That was a lot of fun. We
Is that the one near downtown?
yeah, it is downtown. It's right across the street. It's on NP Avenue. It's right across the street from where I used to live. Apartment complex there that no longer exists. They knocked it down.
It's over
'cause
by the OB
it
and
was
stuff,
really
right?
yeah, right by the nasty nester.
Oh yeah, is the Nestor still there?
I think that's gone as well.
Yeah, good. It needed to be.
Yeah,
I
despite living right next to it, I never went there.
went to a rave there, and I think more people were going in and out of the bathroom than actually dancing, because I'm pretty sure everyone was doing drugs. So
Yeah, it doesn't sound like my scene.
it wasn't really mine either. So, but the
Okay.
music was good, I guess. So
Hey, that's good. Hey.
yeah,
So yeah, Shane won't be joining us tonight, and I have not heard about Aaron. I'm not sure if he'll be dropping in at some point or not. So yeah, we'll just be running with us.
might have
probably
forgot
tonight,
about. I
so-
could text. I'll text him quicker.
Okay.
Just adjusted some stuff on my screen.
So yeah, quick recap here of what all went on. Well, let's let's just start with a level up. We did a level up. You guys are now cruising
Cinco.
around at level 5.
Yeah.
So what kind of new goodies do we have to expect from Jeb and Soul moving
Did I
forward
level
here?
up?
Yeah. Let's see. Let me double check what I got here.
Oh, right. My intimidation went up to expert.
Oh,
I am now master in simple and martial weapons.
oh wow.
That's part of the fighter at this level.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And I think something else changed. Oh, right. I picked up an ancestry feat. And because I have
Cards.
adopted ancestry, I can also pull from the dwarven feats.
Mm-hmm.
So I chose Defy Darkness. So now I have greater dark vision.
Okay.
Really?
Good stuff.
Yep. So level
And
5
before that,
ancestry
you
feat.
had no dark vision.
I had no dark vision.
God, man, that's gonna be huge. That's really huge. You're in a dungeon.
I realized coming from Nox to Soul, losing out of that dark vision was rough.
That's rough. It is
So,
rough. Mhm.
But now I have greater dark vision, so I can see through magical darkness as well.
Okay.
Which feels very samurai-y. I felt like being able to see in the dark, and
Yeah,
Kinda like
well, you're not
ninja
stealthy though. It's just
too,
funny.
but,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's funny.
I'm not stealthy, but I also am
You can still
not.
see through the dark though.
I'm not being attacked in the darkness by whatever. It's all
Sure, yeah.
Hmm.
Jeb, he just got different skill increases, put where you'd expect for a gunslinger, or attribute increases. Skills, he improved his let's see. He became an expert in religion.
Okay.
And his ancestry feat, past life, gives him lore skill, and another skill on top. So I got diplomacy. I'm trained in now, and I'm considered expert in herbalism lore as part of that. And so flashes of his past life, the fact that he can accrue experience points and gain class levels is a testament to his personhood. So he's starting to remember a bit more, and and learning. He's also learning, and so maybe his conversations and interactions will be a little more intelligible and less senile going forward.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like that character development choice. That's good.
Yeah. And I think I'm thinking about eventually retraining alchemical shot for running reload or something. I forget what it's but yeah, and we could talk about that more off cam, but for now I'm just leaving it. But
that allows you to reload as well as move, right?
Yeah, the
one
running
action?
reload. Yeah, and
That's kind of
essentially
big.
it is, and it would have led to several actions that and I was just kind of doing ex ante, thinking about it, other combats, and that would have been at least a couple extra attacks. But yeah, the persistent damage I want to like, but I think that given how we melt everything, and also the fact that
Well, we
I think,
meld everything now.
well, yeah, we're like we had just gotten the striking weapons with the increased damage die, and so it'll start to scale a bit until in level 9 we'll need the
I
next
think
level.
this level we're gonna start feeling it a little more.
Start to feel it, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll keep it. I don't know, persistent damage, but there's also I believe it's subject to resistance or damage reduction or whatever the hell it's called in this one. So like
persistent damage.
Is it?
Might be good. We both do explosive damage, but it might be good to have something consistently ticking down,
Yeah, but like let's say if they have like DR5 to whatever damage, and then it's like I'm rolling a D6, then it's like,
which we've run into a lot of that in 2E where people have resistances like crazy. So
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's picked things that are kind of a little bit rare, like the
right.
positive damage and whatnot. But
Yeah.
we'll see in the next few combats, and we'll figure something out. I know he's almost out of bullets. I know that much. So
Mhm.
definitely need to surface for that. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so this is a good level up, especially hearing that a lot of you guys are moving into like expert levels for your skill proficiencies and whatnot. So just do remember that one of the exploration activities available to you guys is follow the expert. So if there is someone who is expert level or higher, and you're also needing to complete a check, you get a significant bonus to your checks. And so when you're doing follow the expert, you do get that adding your level as proficiency bonus to the skill check. And so say someone's expert in stealth and your allies are also doing stealth, and they're going to be following your lead on that. And so at this point, you'd be adding a +5. That's even if you're untrained. So a +5 for that skill check. Additionally, you gain a circumstance bonus to your skill check based on your allies' proficiency. So if they're expert, that's another +2 on top of that. So that'd be +7 minimum. If they're masters, +3, legendary, +4. So,
Well, if you guys need any help with athletics or intimidation, I guess intimidation, I could definitely. That could be something where I stand behind someone and just.
I like that mental image. Nox does that too, kind of, right? Sometimes with certain.
Yeah, because he's got +16, I think.
And he's like really
intimidation.
tall, and he's an orc, and
yeah. So
like,
he's kind of ominous. I kind of like Soul though, because Soul's not big.
Yeah.
So, but he's like he holds himself well, right?
Maybe
I mean,
does he have broadness of a dwarf though, or any sort of signs of a beard under the beak?
No.
Okay.
But maybe he maybe like if he's assisting somebody, maybe he fluffs himself up a little bit, make himself look bigger.
Actually, in the bird world, that's super. That's
Right.
definitely. Actually, in general, males do that.
And just animals in general, yeah.
Yeah, the males.
Even cats, make their tail bigger, make their
kangaroos will stand as tall as they can, and birds will like puff their chests. But maybe the shoulders are a little wide, like a dwarf, almost dwarf, and maybe. That's why you're so strong, because you got the extra.
Well, they do. If you look at pictures of Tengu, they have like regular hands and somewhat regular arms and stuff.
Sure.
Like they can't fly. So
yeah,
there's a Tengu
freaking kind of fly or something.
heritage, I think, where you can
glide or something.
A little bit, but it's not well. Yeah.
Sure.
But I didn't want to do that because who cares?
Yeah. Well, we're in a dungeon. Like, I don't know how tall the ceiling is, too. It's like, yeah.
And the hidden in the mist thing is
it's usually 10 or 15
samurai thing. I had
based on hallway or in the room. It does specify for that. In the AP.
Well,
so,
should we figure out what we're doing here?
We shall. So,
we're not
just a quick recap of what's happening. You guys did have a big fight. Took a whole couple of sessions here.
I almost died.
You did. And so you guys went into kind of the main hall here of the restricted collection. And you encountered a whole bunch of ghouls. And they kind of tried luring you into this other area. And you're like, all right, we know what you're up to. So, yeah. We're taking you out right now. And so they did still kind of flee into this area and did still manage to kind of get you back there where their leader, their cult leader, Nakazarin, was waiting for you, sitting right by the cult, right by the canker that they had constructed, which is meant to be some sort of vessel for Belcora's return. And so she was munching off of it as you guys were fighting, which made her faster and also regenerated her health.
She didn't go very far, though. She didn't really have anywhere to go.
Yeah, it's hard when you got a fighter right up in your face that has attack opportunity. So that does make it
Gamble
difficult.
ended up killing her, though, didn't he? Or was it me?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I think it might have been Soul, because I think Nakazarin had her last words, speaking right towards Soul, saying, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
My
When you're right, you're
ghouls,
right.
the rest of the cult is you penned in. You're as good as dead.
And so, yeah, and you were penned in because you had several ghouls here blocking your only exit. And they had access to easy healing, unlimited healing. So if they were to get damaged, they could easily just run back to that, then right back here. And so they were feeling very confident that there is absolutely nothing you guys could do. Much to their surprise, there was this unexpected force of rage and spit and vinegar coming right up behind them. The flankies are now being flanked. So yeah, the spirit of Zogglefart had suddenly just come into being, and with his bloodlust in full force, rushed in, knocked a bookshelf on top of several ghouls, and began just absolutely decimating them from behind. And this is all behind closed doors. You guys had no idea what was happening. Upon seeing the doors pop open, you could see that, yeah, there's a spectral form of Zogglefart, just doing what he does best. So at this point, all of the ghouls have been defeated. And yeah, you see the form of Zogglefart standing there, looking very satisfied with himself. So yeah, who says it does what at this point? I mean,
sorry, I was muted. I kind of picture Zogglefart doing one of his overkills, just hacking a body, kind of losing himself to the rage. And so, with the Devil's Glaive that kills him, nonetheless, which is very poetic. I like, because that was one of his things. He would just use weapons that he found. And, yeah, absolutely. So, and Ogriel's there. I guess I'm gonna have Jeb approach the spirits of this angry little man. Zoggle. Who the fuck are you? What? I said, who the hell are you, bitch? Oh god. Oh, I'm Father Jeb. Yeah, okay, whatever. Who the fuck's the new guy?
Soggle, this is our new member.
Directed to Soul, yeah.
Yeah. Soggle, this is our new member. His name is Father Jeb. We're not going to mention you know what. I don't know if you know. But we are with him. He does help us shoot stuff. And it explodes. You would love it.
Oh, shoot stuff. You know, I was something of a sniper back in my day. I had one of these. And maybe he has a spoon gun in his spectral form. Maybe not. I don't know. You can shoot anything from anywhere. Even though it's, you know, basically a piece of shit.
quite the sniping weapon he has.
yeah. It's his
very short range.
Yeah, blunderbuss that breaks. I want to try to figure out a way to get Zoggle's spoon gun to Father Jeb. It wasn't magically enhanced or anything. It was just a plain spoon gun. I'm not sure. I can't think of anything that would be. Maybe it's something we think of over time, because Zoggle's body and his stuff is just in the tank up there, like a level or two above us. But the sound effect was really good for the spoon gun, and I would like to. I think that would be reason enough alone, at least to shoot it like once per combat.
Well, that's quite impressive. You put rocks and broken plates and whatnot in there. My gun can only use these little rounds.
Oh yeah, I guess. What the fuck were we talking about again?
Zoggle, how are you here? I watched you die.
Yeah, I'm too strong to die, so,
Where did you come from? Where did you walk from? Where did you...
I don't know, I've just been walking
The perfect
around.
character not to have information for, anyways.
I've
So
been
what,
making my rounds, keeping the peace with violence.
Does he look different in any way? Does he look undead?
He is just a spectral form. He's a ghost.
Oh, he's a ghost.
Yeah, he
maybe
is,
he has
yeah.
Oh,
the-
he's
he has
spectral. I
the-
guess I didn't catch that. That's my bad.
He was run
Yeah.
through. Maybe the picture. Maybe the devil's last attack on him, impaling with the glaive or slashing, whatever the glaive does. Maybe he has slashing or piercing damage on his body from his that was the cause of death, maybe. But
Did you experience an afterlife, Goggle?
I was supposed to go where the goblin hero deities go, 'cause I'm a hero and stuff, but, I decided to stay. There was this dude in a black robe with this big, long, spicy looking thing, and he's like, oh, you gotta come with me now. I'm like, fuck that. And you know what? While we're at it, fuck you. And then
telling death to fuck off.
Well, if it makes you feel better, killed that devil for you.
Yes. I helped a lot though. I mean, I basically, did most of it, and I set you guys up for the.
You did most of the work, Zoggle.
well,
Yep,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. As usual. But yes, that guy was a dick, and now he's dead, and I can rage in peace.
I agree. That guy was surely and truly what you call a dick.
So what Zogglefar remembers, he has been in existence for a whole maybe 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. And so he came just conscious and into existence within this very spot that he died in. And then he could hear all the gunshots and stuff. And he saw that glaive laying on the floor still, and so it took him about 10 minutes, and so that he was able to incorporate it into his own form, and as soon as he got that,
yeah, he overcome his incorporeality to grab the glaive that killed him, and then to help his former party by destroying bookshelves.
Zoggle, if you want to come back to the house and hang out again, we did take down your heads, but you can come hang out if you want to come back to the house.
Like my rowboat house? That, next to
Yeah,
the
your
one
rowboat
on it?
house. We still have that. We burned that.
no, you still got it.
Oh yeah, we do still have it. No one wanted to touch it because it was Zoggle's.
Yeah, I think it's like territory, and he's definitely like alpha. He's like an alpha male of alpha males, and maybe
I wouldn't mind having a spectral goblin hanging out at our place.
and he could fuck around with that other guy that's there, the dragon thingy. That's the pseudo dragon. I forget what it is.
It's a scallywing.
Scally,
Ollie.
yeah.
Yeah, sure, all right. I'll see y'all sluts back for then.
Yeah.
So he heads off into whatever direction and I guess he can just be an NPC that you see once.
So
in a
we'll
while.
interact with from time to time. Yeah.
If Justin likes that idea.
Yeah. Well, Augrail kind of pipes up this. Well, it seems very interesting and ironic that you are seemingly collecting undead companions.
Well, to be fair, the one guy we found undead, and the other guy wasn't originally undead. And I didn't know he'd come back. So
I ain't being collected by anyone. What the fuck? Who the fuck is the new guy over here? Fucking purple dress skins. Who the hell is this dude?
It's just some guy.
I'm Augrail. I live here in the vaults.
Alright. Not a lot of girls down here. Or liquor. I've checked.
Just a
He's
lot
really
of books
into
and a lot of
smut.
dead ghouls.
He likes eating people. Ghouls.
Oh, I eat people too.
That's something
that's
we can
true.
bond over, though I don't think he'll be eating much moving forward.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Yeah, it's kind of a sausage fest around here. So, what was this girls back at the rowboats? You guys got, like, girls back there, right? You guys finally got girls? They put an order in?
No, we're not there very often, but
The one
it'll be less of a
halfling
sausage fest because
prostitute?
no one's around.
Alright, yeah. Sounds good. Gotta have
Maybe you can find your own spectral goblin girl.
Yeah, maybe. Or 2 or 3, I don't know. However many are there.
Well, I don't need to know the logistics.
Yeah, whatever the hell that means. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the rowboat and have some Zoggle time to myself.
I don't need the logistics. Just go.
Yeah, alright. See y'all bros later.
All right, well, Zogafart walks away then, I guess. What are the rest of you gonna do at this point?
I guess should we check out where these little goobly goblins came from?
I
The
think a lot of
ghouls?
us are kind of hurt too, I believe.
Or the ghouls? Yeah, we're pretty hurt.
Sherman's
maybe we
messed
should-
up.
Yeah, maybe we do a little bit of healing with the auger.
Yeah, we can chill here for a little bit and heal.
I think I will go for a dip in the Gauntlight if you don't mind.
Sure.
Actually,
Or perhaps I'll just take a little bit of a snack.
So
actually,
he'll
I
just
kinda,
start munching on a ghoul, actually.
I kind of like the idea
Okay,
of
can we
him.
go? Can we go upstairs here or up?
I-
I don't want to sit here and watch.
Well, I kind of like the
This
idea of
thing consume.
him and Jeb going to the Gauntlight, and he takes his meal to go, and Jeb just they go back because Jeb's hurt too.
Mhm.
I'll do a medicine check on.
Maybe
Sherman.
Nox can do all the medicine Soul. Maybe Soul.
I'm not
can
very
do
good
all
at
the-
it. I'll probably try once, and then my character would probably ask you to come out.
Sure,
So.
sure. So I think while he's doing that, I think Jeb will kind of follow Augrail to the Gauntlight.
Yeah. So we'll say you
Yeah.
guys just go to the Gauntlet, and then it just puts you at full health because you guys just kind of have the run of the area here. So
Yeah,
you get like whole 4d6 per round.
yeah.
Like
That's
that,
four,
so-
like 4d6 per round.
Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is. Let me double check
Wow.
that here. But yeah, it's quite a
Yeah,
bit. It's much stronger than the floor up above.
Mhm.
I gave Sherman 8 heals.
It's 4d6 negative damage. So yeah.
Wow. Too bad the whole adventure path isn't in this little 5-foot square wherever I'm at. But,
where you can always just recharge.
Well, you guys' goal is to take this thing out and stop that. So
right, yeah.
If you succeed, it won't be there anymore.
Yeah, and that's what Jeb
Can we
would
bring
want.
it with us? Can we take
Nope.
Can we bring in some stone slab cutters and come in here and excavate that one square and bring it with us everywhere and always have healing for Jeb?
Well, it's swirling up from the floor, so it seems to be coming from below.
The source is we're getting closer to the generator or the source. Did Agriel ever say? I was gone for a few sessions. Did he say why he eats ghouls? Like, does he eat only ghouls or?
He just prefers undead flesh. It's just
he prefers
undead. Yeah.
Okay, that is really convenient. Okay, the next time I'm in town, I'm gonna bring back some different meats: chicken, beef, pork, whatever I can find, and try to see what the limits of his ghoul nutrition are, and try to get some idea of how much he can eat in a day, maybe.
So you're spending 10 minutes here to heal him,
and then another hour to try again.
Okay.
And then I'd probably go get Jeb because I messed it up.
Yeah, let's see if Jeb...
If you want to roll a medicine check, Jebberson.
How many spell
Jebbathy.
slots does
Jebbathy.
Oku have here?
It's bad. It's
Holy
bad, Sawyer.
God, there are so many spells on this list.
Well, there you go.
That's a
48.
crit. Yeah, because I always just do the default 15 check unless I specify.
I like that Soul's
specify
heals are
otherwise.
kind of low because it fits so well for his character. Like, it's just the rough and dirty, whatever gets the job done, I guess.
Yeah.
18, there you go.
There you go, son. Is that for, I forget who that's for.
18 for Sherman. Yeah.
Sherman.
He's in the 50s, I think. That's it.
Yeah, so
he's only
sitting
4
pretty
short
good right now.
It's
Soul is still injured, but that,
I could always try to medicine check myself at the same time I was trying to heal Sherman since we're different people, so I can make 2 rolls there.
And Oku, does Oku need help?
Oku's sitting okay.
Okay, barely injured.
There we go.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
That'll do it.
That's a 48
So
then.
that's 48. I can heal myself here. 48. Heal.
All right, go ahead and give yourself 14. All right, everyone is just barely
pretty
injured at this point.
Yeah,
except
I'm
for
pretty
the-
good too. Well,
our
I can do
undead
another
crew.
roll because I healed him twice, so I can do 2 heals.
As this is
anyways.
going on, Zogglefart, you try going up to the second floor, and it just seems like you physically can't move beyond the stairs.
Oh, damn it! Stairs are broke! Who the fuck built this place was obviously drunk!
Yeah, it's as if you're hitting this invisible barrier.
Let's see. I guess he would try to stab the invisible barrier with the glaive. Am I able to cut through the invisible barrier?
No, like you feel like this force is like from deep inside of your gut, as if like kind of feels as if there's this like chain inside of you. It's just like pulling you back.
Do we hear him frustrated trying to do this?
Oh, absolutely. You hear cussing and screeching down the hallway as he's like, yeah. And it seems like the more you push against this force, the stronger it pulls you back, and it's like it's painful, and it just keeps pulling you as if you've got like this grappling hook like shoved through your body, and there's this chain just constantly pulling you back.
It's like like his old combat grapnel is somehow pulling him. Yeah.
It's very much like that. Yeah. So that would
Overwatch.
That would remind him of that experience, I guess. So
Zoggle, what's the matter out there? What's all the commotion?
Yeah, I can't, I can't move anymore, and it feels like my grapnel is stuck somewhere between my asshole and my rib cage, and it's pulling me, and it fucking
Can I
hurts,
make
man.
Can I make a check on this to see if I have like a knowledge religion?
You could do
not
knowledge
trained in
religion.
that.
You could do any like type of like ghost or spectral lore of any kind, undead
I only
lore
have
if you have that.
I have warfare lore, and that's it. But I don't know. Does Jeb know anything about this?
He does have
Was it
undead
a circumstance? That's a say.
and
Yeah,
I
make an
feel-
undead lore.
Yeah, I guess Jeb will come out to see what's all commotion, spirit.
Yeah, I'm fucking stuck. Anything you can do to help me out, bro?
Language. Undead lore. Okay, undead lore is not as good as religion, but
Oof.
ooh.
Rough.
Yeah.
Twould seem that the powers be don't want you going any further.
What in the shit does that mean?
What?
What in the shit does that mean?
He's trying to
what?
say that you have unfinished business.
Can't go any further, brother, and I'm sorry about that.
It's the classic story, you know, ghosts have unfinished business. That's why they're still here. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, there was this other spirit that was down. She was down here. Now she's gone because her work is done. What kind of work do you do? You do?
I kill people for a living. I was gonna be a chieftain.
Well, Zoggle,
Oh.
do you want to help us get everything else in this area?
Well, I gotta zoggle myself real quick. Well, it's gonna take a while. It's
So, yeah, Zoggle, if Zoggle wants to like accompany them at this point, you guys are only 3 at this point, including Zoggle Fart. The other
Okay.
3 can be, you know, perusing through the books, and I'll moving some
Okay.
checks for them. They have some exploring to do in the restricted collection. So if you guys would like to go off and do something else, or if you'd like to stay and help them out, that's
okay,
totally
yeah.
up to you too. So,
Yeah. Zoggle will come and will accompany everyone. He's gonna do summon undead one crotch ectoplasm really quick over here. Maybe it takes him.
Well, I'm gonna not be in the room while he does that.
Okay.
You hear a lot of guttural noises and howls. 4 minutes. It's definitely one of his shorter sessions. But he finishes his work. And he comes back.
What you guys know so far, from what you've encountered, as far as your experiences with ghosts, is that yes, they do have some unfinished business, and you guys have either helped them with their business or, you know, given them a proper burial, that kind of thing, to help get them, you know, the rest they need so that they can pass on. You also know that, like, the prior ghost you just encountered, the librarian, Jarell, she didn't really leave that room either. Like, she just kind of stayed there. She was always just very focused on what she was doing there, and
Her
yeah,
corpse
she
was there.
also didn't really move, and her corpse was there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good to go, bros. I had some unfinished business in that hallway. So now I don't. I'm good for a couple hours, buds.
So Sherman says, like, he'd probably go up to Soul here and be like, I mean, we were able to help these other ghosts here pass on by, you know, either putting them in the ground or, you know, help them with whatever they need helping with. But I don't know. Should we check on that Zolgafert's body and see if it's all kosher and good.
I mean, if you want to check, we can go check.
I mean, we would just
as far as we know,
yesterday,
there's nothing
it
over
was
there.
Fine. So, but
I think it'd be still fine. You know what? He likes to kill things. Let me take him. We'll kill some things.
all right. Well, me and Oku and Agria, we can peruse through these books and see if we can find any more texts for Morlabent and anything
That's
else.
fine.
Maybe
Agro gives me the heebie-jeebies, so I
a
don't
bit
really...
useful. Yeah, I'll
Scribble
take that.
pages. Scribble
I'll take
pages.
that bullet for you, and I'll let you take yours. You take the goblin.
All right, Zoggle. Zoggle Trap Tripper. Where are we going?
So here are the different areas you have yet to explore here. Oops. I didn't mean to click that.
Behind
I
door
meant to
number
ping.
one.
There's a door
Yeah.
there that you have not yet opened. And there is a door here that is open that ghouls had come flying through. And then there's a door also to the south. There are also, unexplored areas, kind of just, looking through books and such in the room you're currently in. And to the north, that room has barely been touched. You just ran in there, had a fight, and then ran back out. And that's as far as you guys got. There are also doors back in the main hallway too. So there's quite a bit left you guys to check out.
While we were healing and stuff, I feel like we would have checked out this room while everyone was getting healed up. It took us a couple hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want, I can roll a perception check. Don't mind looking. What's this here? Are these shelves?
Yeah, it's just shelves and books and whatnot here.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I guess I'll take a look at this monstrosity.
Let's spread out here and see if we can find some something interesting. We got all sorts of things like secret doors and whatnot.
What do I see with a nat 20 on my perception?
Holy shit. This is a very good room for you to find this or get a natural 20 in. A 29. A 29 would not have been enough to find this secret door that you have found. But with a natural 20, that does bump it up to a crit success, baby. So that is exactly, and that does bump it up to, that is the exact roll you needed to find a secret door that lies off to the left.
Oh.
I think Jeb would take the time to destroy the canker. Is it something I could light on fire? I don't know how. Is there? Well, I don't
want to go too far forward here. Do I see anything here?
Wait 1 moment. That is a lot of flesh just to be wasted. If you need any assistance with disposing of it, I'd be happy to oblige. Goblin, would you also like to,
Yeah, I'm fucking starving, bro! Let's get it!
Jeb will leave him to it.
I guess they'll hack away at it and
gross.
Scarf what's there. So I'm gonna see if I can get the stream here.
And Zoggle's gonna do his trademark shit as he eats.
God.
The goblin metabolism.
I'm realizing how much I don't miss
high.
Zoggle for it.
Just
a vile creature, and Stolen would think so even more than I would. So
everyone.
We'll roll some other perception checks here, see what everyone else here finds. So
I think that Soul's
Sherman,
traveled
16.
a lot, so he might have a general understanding of different cultures, like goblin culture.
Yeah,
it's
rough.
Boy, I am just rolling absolute shit for everybody here. But yeah, first of all, let's check the room here first. Okay. So there's soft light that illuminates several display cases in this vast room, the big one you found here, before we get to the secret door here. Once used to display books, the cases now they stand smashed and empty. On the curved north wall stands the towering figure of a woman, very hideous. It's composed of hundreds of portions of stitched together flesh from a variety of different creatures and draped in tattered, filthy sheets. And it reeks. It stinks so bad. It's like the stench of rot just fills the whole room. Yeah.
What's the statue made out of? Is it stone?
It's just flesh.
Oh, it's
Composed
flesh.
of various parts of flesh seems to be from Morlocks, monsters, other ghouls.
While these
It's
guys
about
are munching
15
on
feet
it,
tall.
when they're
Oh,
munching on it, does it bleed? Like, is there, or is it just like a
the
husk?
blood coagulated.
No, it's not bleeding at all. It's just
Okay.
dead flesh,
I figured
undead
it
flesh,
wasn't.
and just
Yeah. There's no blood.
Oh,
and just
heavens.
rotting. Yeah, but I don't think there's much to find in this room here other than that one door. And in this room here is what you see. The walls of this small room have built-in shelves. Books line the shelves to the north and south, while a stack of loose scrolls sits on the shelf to the west. A single chair and a small writing desk sit in the middle of the room. And as you were opening the door, you could tell it was quite difficult to move, but you know, this room has not been entered for a very, very long time. Imagine the ghouls probably never even knew it existed, despite spending 500 years or so in here.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Soul's got a keen eye.
especially keen eye.
I like to think Soul probably just
I did
stumbled
not
upon
expect you guys to find this. So this is just crazy. This is can be very beneficial for you guys. So, yeah, you find several books here that are very important here. So,
Are any of them in common or tengu?
Like the titles on the spines.
Most of them are in Aklo.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there any in Necrol by chance? Aklo's the one to.
Aklo's the one we.
That's
We
the
need
main
Yes.
one. I
Luckily,
think.
you do have Agriel to help you with
Oh right, Ogril's here.
Aklo. He does speak Aklo. He knows Aklo, Common, Necrol, and Undercommon.
Mhm.
So
I'm
He's a
gonna
very
whistle
valuable
really
resource, so-
loud and just yell his name. What are these? So there's
Yes.
you said there was. Is there anything on the table itself?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, you just gotta. There's like a stack of.
Ogril,
stuff
what are
there, so-
these? What are these books? Are they different? Are they special?
Oh. I would say so. The Journal of Belcora herself.
Oh wow.
Oh heavens.
Gauntlight blueprints.
Cool.
Teleportation. Awakened
Like to think
portal
she's just
ritual.
picking them up, handed them to Soul, picking one up, handing
Yeah.
it to Soul.
Yes.
Awaken portals. I don't know much about that kind of thing, but I imagine it's very useful. This book is called Whispering Reeds.
Whispering Reed.
Whispering Reeds. It
What
talks
is-
a lot
you-
about some goddess named Nimbaloth. I don't know if you've ever heard of
Nimble.
Nimbaloth before.
Can I make a religion
I
check?
haven't.
Yep. Roll a
okay.
religion check. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll also roll a religion check, but Soul's kind of dumb when it comes to this. I changed my mind. The nat
Hey.
20.
Maybe from seminary. He remembers.
Yeah, Nimbaloth, you guys rolled very well on this. So, yeah, putting your knowledge together and what you've heard, Nimbaloth is one of like the outer gods, and
Joel briefly talked to a traveler that he was traveling with, maybe about this. That's the only reason he has like any clue. It's like dumb luck, right?
Yeah, and maybe like Jeb having more of a religious background would kind of see, like, I've kind of seen some, maybe some symbols are kind of around, scattered throughout, either on books or on just like architecture, that kind of thing, of the symbol, which is a skull. On the skull, on the book itself, you do see a skull. I'll show you the
I think
picture
deities,
of the book itself.
Deities that emphasize undeath, he probably knows a little bit more. He would have kind of covered a little bit of them on seminary and stuff. But so if it's an undead deity or something like this, maybe he knows.
Something like that.
Something like that. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know if the goddess itself is undead, but she is a consumer of souls. Is what you know.
Not me.
Is
like...
very rarely this type of guy really doesn't care much for her followers. It's just kind of very self-focused and just wanting to feed a lot of times. And you know, there's a lot of beings that kind of consume souls and that kind of thing. What's unique about Nibeleth is Nibeleth just does not consume souls. She's far more efficient than that. What she consumes is other consumers of souls. And so so since this book is like very hidden away, along with the journal, blueprints, and texts that dictate how to awaken teleportation circles and that kind of thing, you would maybe assume that this Nibeleth is perhaps of great importance to Belcora.
It almost seems like these books are dangerous. It feels like they should be at the Dawnflower Library under lock and key.
Well, I'm wondering if we could talk to the clerics about some of this, bring it to them.
The journal would be really helpful if it's true that Belcora's come back.
Right.
I feel that's something.
It's quite thick. It'll take quite a while to go through it. But yeah, you guys could learn a lot of good information from this. But
we could always bring it back to
take care of all this too. So
it's written in it's all in Aklo, right?
It's in Aklo. So the journal's in Aklo. Yeah. There's also a stack of loose papers and scrolls that seem to show a lot of information about Gauntlight. You recognize some of it as maps from, places you've been. And so
it's always something we can bring back to Namiad too, because he knows Aklo.
Yeah, he does. And then you've also got Awakened Portal Ritual that you can use to activate some of this teleportation circles that you have found so far. So that will be very useful for you to get around throughout the dungeon quickly. So Sherman would come over there.
We found fast travel.
You did find fast travel, yes.
It's the bad fast travel where you have to go to a specific location to fast travel to another location, like Red Dead. But not bad. Not the worst. Fast travel's fast travel.
It is, yeah. So, oh shoot, I forgot to reveal this thing too. Here's the actual books here.
Oh, okay.
You can find everything here. So, Sherman said, "I'll be taking that teleportation ritual."
That's fine. I wouldn't even know what to do with it.
I am the one of the arcane expertise.
Okay.
Is that something the Gauntlight is as well?
Gauntlight blueprints. Yeah, that's an Aklo as well. So that's also going to take. So both the journal and the blueprints, each one of these are going to take 8 hours each for you to glean all the information from them. So just by looking how much, and based on like either, how how it's organized and just trying to make sense of everything. It's going to take you quite a while to go through it all. So I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to do with this. Like, if you ever want to just try and leave it with Augril, or if you want to take it to the Dawnflower Library itself to try and go through it with your experts that you know there, take it to Namiad. If you can go through it, it's kind of up to you guys what you want to do.
Well, we kind of need to go back anyways because some people need bullets and spells. So it might be to our benefit to take it to Namiad so it stays, you know, in the family. So
sure, yeah. So maybe
who's gonna take this crazy book?
Which one?
Whispering Reeds. It's an artifact.
Oh, I didn't even notice that there's a chest. I can't see it where it's.
Yeah.
Is it an Aklo also?
Everything is an Aklo except for the teleportation ritual.
Okay.
This book though gives you a bunch of like spells essentially.
It'd be maybe one of the casters.
Yeah.
If it's.
I think it's just like abilities. So if you have the book,
you get the spells or something.
So yeah, let me tell you this. And
if you're a follower of Nimbleoth, you also can activate them while stupefied.
Oh shit, there's lots of stuff happening in this book. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing, dude.
Wow.
Like
+2 bonus to recall knowledge about Nimbleoth. Or creatures associated with her.
I probably should have mystified that. So there we go.
Probably should have. There we go.
There we go.
That's the only one I was trying to not, because I'm like, I feel like Justin doesn't want us to know what this does yet. It doesn't read it.
Yeah, none of us can read it though.
That's safe.
I know the title, and she read the back, and it told me about the recall knowledge thing. So
yeah, that's all right. That's all good. Yeah, I do have journal things to be showing to you guys after all this stuff is
translated.
Unlocked.
Yeah.
But we do know this book is called The Whispering Reeds. You want to.
Yep, that's the name of it, and you know that it's about Nimbleoth, and you know that there's a lot of. It was very important to Belcora.
But we can take these back to Namiad as well. Everything's in Aklo, so we might as well just take it all and see what we can glean from this, and then we can decide if this is the knowledge that we want to take to whoever. So
right, yeah. So I'll just drop them in your inventory for now.
Fine. And then we'll just drop them into. You can probably just put them all into Namiad's inventory if you want.
Looks like you're encumbered now.
That's what I was worried about.
That one book does have some bulk. The other stuff has nothing. So let's see here.
What do you got for bulk?
I'll just put it in Jeb's.
Jeb.
Are you now encumbered? Yep, now you're encumbered instead.
Oh, her.
It doesn't matter because we're gonna leave anyways, unless we're gonna run into something. I guess you could give it to. Could Oku carry it in her mouth?
Sherman is
Zeb.
able to carry it without being encumbered, so he's good.
2 bulk's a lot, dude.
It is.
That's heavy.
That's how much bulk Zoggle's maul was.
It is a big ass book.
That's how my armor's 3 bulk.
Yeah.
So imagine how heavy that thing is. It's a third of half plate, or 2/3 of half plate. How many L's to a bulk?
10.
10 L's to a bulk?
Yeah,
okay.
It's like the metric system.
I need to get rid of some stuff. I got valuable books that are bulky.
I think Jeb would feel better if Namiad would be able. These are like really important books, and I guess he's afraid that Namiad, maybe having them makes Namiad a target. If maybe he could stay with the Dawnflower Library, or at least leave them there during the nighttime, and then.
Well, we could always go back, and while we're doing other stuff, since Shane and Aaron aren't here, their characters could protect him.
Well, yeah, and Namiad, I think, with his background as an investigator and things, he'd probably know. The idea of a dangerous book
Ooh.
is probably.
He knows
not
Aklo and he's an
foreign.
investigator. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty well specced out for this.
I
He's
imagine
very
he
well
would've
built
taken-
for this adventure.
that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
believe.
I imagine he would take
I was
safety
impressed with that.
precautions. Yeah.
But yeah, if we could go back
Mhm.
to our home. I don't
Okay.
know. Do you want us to physically walk out or?
So you don't have to actually like go through all that. We'll just kind of talk through it. Are you guys going to be spending any more time like exploring any other areas? Or you're just going to skip through and?
Well, we want to
Probably-
explore everything eventually.
We do, but the problem is you're running out of ammo. At the
Well, I
very
know, like
least, we're-
after we get back, like I don't want to do any new areas now. I got like 4 bullets or
Yeah,
something.
honestly,
Mhm.
all we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this stuff off with Namiad. You could probably make that as an excuse to leave Oku and Sherman behind, and then I want to get rid of some bulk because I'm getting heavy.
Sure.
And he can buy bullets, and then we can be right back here. I mean, it can be bada bing, bada boom. We don't have to. Act it all
This room over here, I don't know if you can see me peeing, but the one where you fought the majority of the ghouls just off to the south, is that one you
Mhm.
wanted to explore before leaving?
Well, we can. I mean, we can take a peek. The door's already open, right?
Yeah.
I have 4 bullets, just so you know. And after
Yeah,
that,
but I got
Yeah,
4
this
swords,
is
so I
no
think we should
new
be fine.
rooms, just the same room you've been
he's
in.
no longer
so far, so-
gunslinger once the bullets are gone.
Just so you guys know, you don't have to reload swords, and you don't have to sleep to get them
Alright.
back.
All right.
Oh God, is this blood actually here?
Yeah.
Killed a lot
there's-
of people.
Oh, I wasn't referring to this room. I was referring to the one where the party's currently standing. But yeah, you can
Oh,
totally
yeah,
check
yeah.
that room out too if you wanted to.
I mean, the door's
Um,
open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I see anything in here? Do I see? I mean, if there was
Well, yeah.
monsters, I think they'd still be crawling out.
Yeah, well, you see the ghouls probably spent a lot of time in here. And they all came running out of this room, kind of laying in wait for you for their opportunity to corner you guys.
Their hole.
Yeah, so in this room, yeah, you just see lawn shelves, several chairs drawn up to them that ring this room on all sides, save the north. Rancid stains of old blood and decay cake the shelves and the floor.
Do you have dark vision?
You don't see any
No.
bodies or anything here.
I'm
But there's
undead.
definitely
I
a
don't have
lot
dark
of
vision.
evidence of suffering and death that's happened here. Mhm.
Do we store an ever-burning torch inside your skull?
That'd be hilarious. Turn him into a jack-o'-lantern.
I didn't think of that. That's pretty great, though.
Because now that I have greater dark vision, I don't need this ever-burning torch. You can have it if you want it.
I don't.
I just won't be able to see color, which is whatever.
Can
But
it shed light if it's like just on my backpack or something? Or
that's how I've been doing it. Why we talked about that? It doesn't cause heat or anything, so it can't burn
Yeah.
anything.
I kind of like
Yeah.
the idea of it being in his head. I don't know. Well, at the very least, it'll be in the backpack or something on the backpack straps. Yeah, let's.
You could even store it inside your rib cage or something. So, oh no, you got the whole like Cossack thing
Yeah,
going
you
on.
could put a special pocket or whatever in your pack, and
Yeah.
that could be
could-
part
you
of
could-
the, so, your downtime.
You could give him a
activities,
different
do a
item
little
that only
sewing.
does a cone of light, and that's what he can see because he'd only be able to see like,
Kinda.
the lights on his head.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that'd be
kind
funny.
of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll figure something out eventually.
But yeah, I'll give you that ever-burning torch. I don't know if I can gift it to you in this one,
Sure.
but I think
what's-
I think
While you guys are kind of exploring this room, I'll have Sherman and Oku search the bookshelves for some more books to take up. Let's see here. Gotta roll some perception checks. And I can't roll above a 5.
hate
That's
to
a
see it.
4. But Sherman rolled a 25. So let's see what that gets. right. So let's see, C11. So he finds a lot of books, kind of the same kind of topics as a lot of other ones. So, yeah, they find another bulk of books. But there's so many books in this room. It'll take quite some time to go through them all. So I'll drag some more books to Sherman, who is now encumbered.
If I put an ever-burning torch in my inventory, will it give my character the light on my token?
Yeah, if you right-click them, I think there'll be a light.
I guess if you just delete the
Yeah, I
one
don't have
that's-
any more. Mine's crossed out now because I don't have the ever-burning torch anymore.
Okay, so if I just put it in my inventory, and then it's like you gave it
Oh,
to
no,
me,
I do.
right?
Weird. I don't know why I took
that-
it away.
Could we do it that way, where it's like you just gave it to me, and I just...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that is in your inventory now?
I'll have it in my inventory in a second here. I gotta use the control space.
Oh, yeah, I can just delete it. I can't do light anymore. I do have a regular torch.
So I'll drag it into... Okay, so now it should be in there now. Let's see here.
Okay, I'll delete mine then. That works.
And you said right-click on it to make it work?
Right-click and then there'll be like a... On the
Oh, my
top
token.
left, there'll be a little flame token.
I don't see it on your thing at all.
Huh.
Weird. I have that
I just
symbol,
put
but
it in
mine's
my
crossed out
backpack.
now.
Yeah, I just put it in my backpack. But
Maybe-
anyway,
Here's what I will do.
Yeah, I
I'll
think it has
just
to be
grab a
unlocked for you or
regular.
something.
just put light on me.
I'm just
first.
gonna put a regular torch in your inventory, quick.
Sure,
see that
sure. We'll
fixes it.
yeah, we'll
And there
we'll
it is.
figure out.
Boom.
Okay, we'll fix the ever-burning torch in later on.
I got it in there now. So you just needed
Okay.
a regular torch in inventory to unlock that ability. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. There's not a lot to see here. It's just it stinks and there's a lot of blood and gore everywhere.
Ass. It's just like a bunch of. Is it like food stuffs as well, like different carcasses, maybe, or?
There's no
No.
bodies here. No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the ghouls had a purpose for this room, but you're not really sure as to.
Well, yeah. Actually, let me check. Let me do a perception check on these, because Soul found a secret room not too long ago.
Mhm.
I guess the desks would probably be the main foci. But maybe there's. So he'd be feeling around for buttons.
Just check into the shelving. Yeah.
Yeah, things that were big enough to hide something, potentially. So he's looking for.
Yeah, so spend some
shenanigans.
time checking all the rooms and whatnot. Right here, you did find a secret door that leads into a hallway and yet another door.
Uh-oh. So, come here, man. Another door, another hallway. Was secret. Tain't anymore, though. What? So, son. Boy. I know Sawyer's got his headphones on, I'm sure, and he's doing dad stuff. He's making some dad checks right now, audience.
Yeah.
He's,
My
he
son's
can't
throwing a
take-
fit, so I'm trying to.
Yeah, dad checks. I called it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, no, we know it's cool.
All right. Well, Sherman will probably come over and say, "Holy, god damn! This room is something else."
It's bad.
Well, looks like you found something interesting there, though, compadre. I don't think he'd actually say that, but you know, seeing as we're almost out of bullets, and
Agree.
maybe we should leave that door for tomorrow.
We'll come back.
Yeah, we do got those blueprints for us to go through and see if that gives a better idea. Maybe better to know what we're getting ourselves into. What do you say to that?
Agreed. Take a look.
I don't know about you, but these books here are mighty heavy. I'd like to not be lugging them around anymore.
Yeah. This is bad today. Sorry, I can't help you. Oh. Hurt.
All right, so yeah, we'll say that you guys are going to be heading up through the I'll go stay behind. Yeah, the explored areas here. So, but will Zogglefart kind of still be over here and hanging out with Ogriel and bonding with him?
Yeah, I mean, it would
got
be,
some buddy.
Yeah,
both got a new buddy.
Yeah, so I mean, it might lower Ogriel's intelligence score, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Zogglefart's speech has an innate feeble mind effect. No. But yeah, we'll let them talk it over, get to know each other. I guess they're both undead, so it's yeah, it's exclusive club. Well, maybe not so exclusive in these parts, but
yeah. All right. So,
all right, where are we going? What are we doing?
Sherman suggested they just kind of leave for now, and because they did, Jeb did find a secret door in that room just down to the south, but not knowing what's on the other side of it, having the blueprints in hand as well.
Got precious
good
cargo.
Idea to come back another day.
We have a lot of precious cargo, yeah.
A lot of books to drop off. That'll be worth.
Yeah, I got some books to get rid of too.
Yeah.
So, where are those being stored? I don't recall. Was it in the
Namiad or?
Did we make a
cart?
Loot thing for the cart?
Pissfoot's cart, maybe?
Pissfoot cart. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Pissfoot.
Yeah, let's just put the stuff in there for now, I guess. I'll unload some
yeah,
of
I
these
mean, between being
there.
a horse and a horse with a cart, like I have no idea what the bulk limit. It should be really high though. I imagine.
Yeah.
It's a quadruped, you know.
Valuable books. He's got one bulk of books. Who else has books to put in there right now?
Not Jeb.
All right, well, let's look at Oku then. How is... Sherman is still encumbered here for whatever reason. I did take the books out though, so I don't know why. Oh, there's another bulk of valuable books, so drag that one in maybe. There, that should have done it. Okay, cool. Wait a minute. He's still... Okay, let me just delete him and put him back on the map here, see if that fixes it. There we go. It's all good. All right. Soul. Soul have any books? Oh, Soul's got 3 bulk of books. All right. So overall, you guys have collected 5 bulk of books. So that's all in the cart now. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just take a really quick break here.
Sure.
And I got to pee.
Yeah.
So,
break. Yeah.
Yep, I'll take a very quick bio break and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
skirmish camp or anything.
Sure. All right, and we're back here. So, yeah. So Nathan was just asking if he wants to, if you guys could bring Ogriel with you. You'd have to try and convince him to leave here.
No. I was gonna bring food. For this trip, I just want to get food and bullets, bring him back, and then if the meat and stuff, if he's able to eat it, then there'd be then I would try to do a diplomacy or something too.
Sure.
And that way, Jeb could keep an eye on him, and I guess he's especially concerned that there's Darklands access, and so and we're on an island, and so he might fall off the wagon and start eating people or something like this. But
oh, sure, okay.
Yeah, so I'm
not
just
taking one of the breaks.
So I don't want to bring him back now, but I do want to get meat while I'm in town for him.
So yeah, cool. So you guys gonna head out. I think Sherman really wanted to kind of go through a certain staircase up where you guys first met the devil, and so upon going up, you enter kind of the workshop area where you did fight that one undead monstrosity, and then you enter into that room where there is a tank full of some sort of liquid that seems to have the effects of basically a gentle repose spell. Yesterday you'd been in this room and there were two goblins in the tank, Zogglefart and Borbo, the Volok Azernae's assistant, or at used to be assistant. Right now you see one goblin in the tank, and it is Borbo.
Oh no.
you do not see Zogglefart, is his corpse in there. So it seems to have disappeared somehow.
I think Soul would be the only. I mean, Jeb didn't really know Zoggle as much, but.
Shoot, I was muted. So we're back at the tank.
Yeah, you went back to the tank, just kind of on your way up, and
is the other goblin there?
The other goblin's there. Yeah. Yep, but
not Zoggle.
Not Zoggle. He's gone.
Do we see any signs of Zoggleness, I guess?
Could I do a survival to track him or something? If I see tracks or I don't know, whatever the maybe whatever preservative he's being stored in, maybe there's trails of it somewhere, or is that something that's reasonable, or
Yeah, roll a perception check, see if you can or I guess maybe this would be more of a survival thing. You're kind of tracking someone.
Yeah, and so
roll
I
a
have
survival.
I do have survival. Yeah.
Bad.
That's a 22.
So the preservative, whatever the liquid is, that'd be the main focus.
Yeah, you do see some of it, and it kind of seems to be leading out of the room. It kind of back down the stairs.
Where we came from?
Kind of where you came from. Yeah, but I mean, it does kind of stop at some point with having the liquid kind of just running out of liquid as he's been being dragged around. But it does seem like it was removed from the tank, and it's just not there anymore. Does look like some things have been moved around as well within the room.
I wonder if those cultists took him.
Oh, the ghouls to feed him to the canker or something?
Yeah.
Would that mean that Zoggle's eating himself? That would be hilarious.
He's just kind of going through the motions of trying to eat. Like,
Yeah,
he can't actually consume anything.
I
in
like
his current
the idea.
form. So,
So I'd point the
Interesting.
trails out to Soul that whatever was in the tank that's missing is.
And that's what Soul would have said. He would have.
yeah.
something about,
And
well, maybe
interacting
the-
with anything physical, like, he would have to sit there for a whole 10 minutes in order to incorporate it into his
Like,
himself.
psyche.
Yeah, it takes a
Mm.
while. Yeah, it took a whole 10 minutes for him to just pick up the
For the
glaive.
glaive, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's just what you expect for
Mhm.
his new ghost archetype that he has. So
Sure.
yeah. So you guys now have that information.
Maybe check
Another
on the
puzzle
way.
to solve here. So
Yeah, once we get back, we can pursue that
Crazy.
avenue.
We keep uncovering more and more little things.
Yeah.
there's a lot built
It's
into
like
this
playing
adventure
Skyrim or
path.
something.
It's
I
like
love
the
it.
mansion in Resident Evil, or
Honestly, there's so much you guys are finding that I didn't expect you to find right away. It's kind of fun. Like,
Yeah,
It's
it's
pretty
exciting
cool.
that with a nat 20, because of the nat 20, I found something interesting. I found something new. So
and it's only on that 20 you would have found all that stuff. So anyway, moving forward, so you guys are spend a couple days probably kind of going through the texts and whatnot. You kind of put your buddy pal Nabia to work here, which
and we're
kinda
back in town, right?
Yep.
At this point.
I mean, you guys went to probably the fish camp because that's where Namiat is kind of living
Okay.
as well. So he seems to be kind of going back and forth between there and the library. So yeah, he is able to get all the information that you guys need. And so with that, I'm going to be moving all that info. If I could find it here. To your adventure journal, so you can kind of see everything here. So with that, I will be moving information about Gauntlight Keep.
did you take my books? You must have.
I moved them to Pissfoot's thing.
Okay.
So let's see here. I need to move.
Holy crap, look
Here,
at that. I
okay.
can hold a bunch of stuff now again.
Yep.
I kind of like the encumbrance a little bit because it does make you it forces you to pick and choose a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's very wise of you guys to get that cart as well, so you can always just bring stuff up, drop it in there, and
Mm-hmm.
leave. So we'll start with the Gauntlight. Here's some of the information you get about that. So it's a unique artifact full of magic and necromancy. It's a 115-foot tall lighthouse rising from the heart of an old ruin fog fen. Its pale stone walls extend far below the ruins, passing through 8 different dungeon levels, and finally terminating at the 9th level below the surface, where its deep foundation centers. Oh, well, you don't get that quite that far. You only get the levels of where you kind of the upper levels is what you've gotten so far. So, and it was
Crazy to know
constructed
that
by
there's multiple levels,
Belcora.
so-
Yeah, it goes down quite deep.
Crazy.
Belcora used this as a source of power to infuse the walls. And so, yeah, where its deep foundation centers on a chamber where long ago Nimbeloth herself once physically brushed against this world. When she finished its physical construction, the sorcerer Belcora used this spot as a source of power to infuse the walls, floors, and ceilings of each of Gauntlet's levels with eldritch power. The lens at the apex of the lighthouse would have in time been able to focus this eldritch energy to a powerful beam, but Belcora's plans were cut short before she could replace the mundane lenses with dangerous and magical ones. So the Gauntlight cannot be damaged by normal means. It is completely impenetrable and impervious to any attempt to
Is that
reach them.
bulb or whatever we saw when we went to the top of the...
Yes. And so the walls block effects that allow temporary passage, such as pass wall, and also create a barrier against dimensional travel. Dimensional travel can occur within the lighthouse, but you cannot travel from within to the outside, and vice versa. The walls counteract teleportation effects and planar travel into or out of areas within Gauntlight and efforts to summon creatures into the area. And so, yes, to activate the Gauntlight, creature must be in the deepest portion of the artifact. And from anywhere within that area, a creature can observe the world outside remotely through Gauntlight's lenses. And so you kind of remember that the beam during our Dead Tide event was kind of sitting and looking right at you guys for a while, and kind of following you, and then summoned some monsters there to fight you guys. So, and as you guys are kind of were walking away from the lighthouse too, I forgot to mention this, you did see the light has been burning brighter than it had like the week prior to you guys being there. So yeah, as time has passed, the light is getting brighter and brighter. And you know, before when it was really bright, that is when there was an undead crisis in Otari. So you're working against the clock here.
We blocked the beam.
Bring out a bunch of masons.
If I get a big piece of plywood, could I just? Well, it's just light, right?
We get some stonemasons up there to just build a you know, or yeah, carpenters or something. Well, it's a disturbing information here. We definitely got to report it to the city once we get back into town.
Maybe blocking it would make it implode into a worse thing. Who knows?
No one knows.
Yeah, you're not sure.
We can find out. We can find out together.
All right, let's hire the best masons we can get.
So that is what you gain from about the lighthouse. Yes, and that you know that the lighthouse can raise the dead, it raise undead, and it can also basically teleport monsters and the like from within the lighthouse to where the beam is shining. Yeah.
Well, we could use a complicated set of mirrors to make sure that the beam goes out into the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
I think mirrors were really expensive probably during this time.
Probably.
Yeah, but yeah, I like the it's fun.
I like finding stupid solutions to.
Well, yeah, it's a nice little thought experiment to see if we can not to break the game or anything, but just to see.
Sometimes when you make up those like things, something brilliant comes from it.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit of shopping Jeb wants to do, and he wants to check in on Sweet Pea. But the most important thing would be to let the clerics, the library, and the mayor know that the situation is worse than we thought. So that whole bit you just relayed to us. That would be Jeb's #1 priority, relaying that to the clerics and to the mayor. And if they're not already burning I think burning the bodies was an idea that was talked about, destroying them completely, the ones in the cemetery. If they're not completely done with that already, like hire more grave diggers and get that shit done. So that would be, I guess, one of the things Jeb would be doing. So kind of raising the alarm here.
Right.
And whoever wants to come say that.
Did we do Belcora's journal as well? Did we read that?
That would be day 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so day one, we're gonna read the one, and then you're gonna get your shopping done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I just want the 30 bullets, and then I wanted to double check with Rin if any lover's knots have come into inventory.
Lover's knots. Okay, let me roll for that.
He would just.
That's an uncommon item, is that right?
Lover's knot is uncommon. Yep, that's a consumable. And he would show her the spent one that he has, and
yeah, no, it has not come in yet.
Okay. I'll deduct the bullets though.
Bullets, yeah, it's.
Okay,
Oh yeah, whatever you can make in 2 days or whatever, or buy or
yeah, I'll
whatever.
just buy 30 bullets for 3 silver pieces. Then
Could I buy 2 healing potions as well?
That'd be wise.
Okay. I'll buy 2 of them. 24 gold. Goodbye, 24 gold. What's up? Oh.
All right, day
What do you
2.
need?
Belcora's journal. Here is what Navia tells you about the
Just a second.
journal.
Fair enough. Sorry,
You're
I'm
not
talking my
muted.
wife
So
into my microphone for some reason. I don't know why. I'm trying to
All
add
right.
these things.
So this is by far the largest book that you found. Most of it is focusing on Belcora's hatred of the city of Absalom, lying off to the east, about a day's journey. So you guys learn about is her family history from exile to poverty. So basically what happened, like her family has a history of worshiping Nimbaloth. And she is particularly gifted in her family as far as their sorceress powers and that kind of thing. And so yeah, she was kind of deemed by her family members to be somewhat, I guess, extra special and blessed by Nimbaloth. And that it would be kind of up to her to kind of bring about a lot of destruction, I guess, to the world. And the reason why she wants Absalom to be targeted specifically is because people suddenly became aware of some of the dark things that her family, the Haruvex family, has been up to. And so, like, you know, dark rituals and this kind of thing, sacrifices. And so when that came to light, her family which was, you know, wealthy, very prestigious, was banned from Absalom. And so they left the Starstone Isle and were kind of off in some different areas of the continent for a number of years. And that happened when Belcora is quite young, about 6 years old. And so a lot of it is just about her hatred of Absalom and her plans to destroy it using her construction. Yeah, so there's different details about construction of flesh warping laboratories, which you found, arenas where she pitted enemies against monstrous champions for her amusement. There's prisons, torture chambers, links to the Darklands, and a great temple where once the empty death herself brushed against this fragile world. Belcora's entries often speak of her minions in the abstract, as if bragging about how many have come to serve her in creating the complex, but she only ever mentions one by name, her amusingly vain apprentice, Volek Azraname. One of the entries describes how this apprentice arrived from a community of upstart and meddlesome drow below to serve Belcora, but the notes don't provide any further information about the drow community. And so you guys also get information about, from the other documents you found.
And that's the lady I killed.
The lady you killed?
Wasn't not the. What was the second lady's name you said? Her apprentice?
Volek Azrene. That is not a lady at all. That is.
Oh, that's not. What was the girl?
A drow man.
Oh, right. Azrene. I recognize the name. I just mixed it up. Yep. I know what you
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea who you're talking about, though.
I was talking about the girl that I killed in that one room. That we just beat last time.
Oh, Nakazarine. Yeah, she's
Nakazarine. Yeah. I knew there were multiple syllable names, and I just...
She's just a servant of Belcora.
Right.
And so, yeah, a lot of details about her. The cult was not ghouls during her service, so you do kind of...
Right.
You don't see mention of ghouls. So that seemed to have occurred after her death at the hands of the Rose Guard. So, yeah, and you do get like the details
people are calling
of
us the new Rose Guard because of that.
Yeah, basically. And so the teleportation circles need to be performed twice at each location that the portal connects, while the teleportation circles and portals found in the Abomination Vaults require no additional cost to awaken. Other portals might require rare items or specific materials as a cost for the ritual at the GM's discretion. Some portals might even be so powerful that this ritual cannot awaken them at all. DC required to successfully awaken a portal varies based on the strength and distance between its endpoints. The portals found in the vaults, DC varies according to the dungeon level on which it's located, and there's a table for me for that. So,
basically, the further down we would want to go, the higher the DC or the more materials it could possibly cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, yes, the ritual itself takes 1 hour to do.
Right.
And then you'll have to roll
travel
to see if you succeed or not. So.
It's still a time spent. The tough thing about taking time is I think the more time we take, the sooner this thing's going to go off again.
Mhm.
The sooner we're going to have a bigger problem.
Right.
If it still has the lighthouse moved.
No, it's been very stationary here.
Not the physical thing, but has the the light on top. Does it look like it's pointing in the same direction it was last time?
Oh, same direction.
The beam doesn't seem to be focused or anything. It's just...
But it's gotten bigger or
just
something?
shining.
But it's shining
it's-
from the same side that would be going towards the city.
Yeah.
What
as you
I'm
were
saying
to-
is maybe we could warn people and let them know
Well, yeah,
that
that's what it's...
might happen again, so we should be prepared.
Yeah.
Right. So
we
yeah,
might
you
want to
go meet the mayor and kind of give
Yeah.
him some updates.
what we've learned and
And the clerics, I feel, should be privy.
and our
this.
concerns about the lighthouse growing brighter.
Yeah.
So, if he hadn't noticed already,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, he would be wanting to meet with you as well, as he is, actively observing the lighthouse along with the head priestess of the Dawnflower Library. So,
to be honest, in my guard duties, never come across something like this. Usually, it's just keeping some ruffians out.
right.
A long way from then.
Right. So, yeah. So you see, you guys arrange a meeting with the and have the mayor and the head priestess, whose name is escaping me.
Andy? No. It's like
Yeah.
a really...
Yeah, something like that.
It's a really halfling-y name that I like, but I can never
Vandy.
remember.
Vandy
Vandy.
Vanderbash. So Vandy,
Vandy.
and
I can just remember Vandy.
the mayor.
It took me
Osip
like 2 months
Menhemes.
for... Yeah, it took me
I
like
think
2
you're
months
thinking of
for
that other
Auguril's.
girl.
Yeah.
Whirlywin?
No, there's another one. The fish owner.
The fish owner. That's who you're thinking of.
Oh yeah, the rowdy rockfish, which is actually not very rowdy at all. Brilda Venkerville.
No. There was like for our very first adventure, there was a halfling, right? That was she hired.
Oh,
us.
she's a
Yeah.
human.
Or didn't she have some Andy sounding name?
Hanley
Tamily
Vander.
Tanderville.
Oh,
yeah.
Tamley Tanderville. That's who you're thinking of.
Shit. Making us work over here.
Yeah,
It's all
I
in
knew
your
it was
adventure
something like that. I
journal,
knew what
so
you were saying
it's-
too, and I could kind of.
Yeah,
I knew her
no,
name
no.
kind of like rolled
That's
into
good.
itself, and
Vandy,
yeah,
Priestess Vandy, High Priestess Vandy. Okay, Vandy. No,
Yeah.
Tandy and Vandy.
Okay, so yeah, the mayor kind of arranges
Family.
like an emergency meeting to meet with you guys, and so yeah, she's like, all right, so I know you boys have been hard at work here, and I do greatly appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Put yourselves at risk for the sake of our town like this. I do notice that lighthouse is getting brighter day by day. What have you found out so far?
I think we'd relay what we found from the books,
Hmm.
and I think I would also tell High Priestess if she would like to come over to our fish hut. We can come read them as well if she speaks Aklo. They are all in Aklo.
I don't know if she does or not. Let me take a look.
We do have a translator that could translate for him, or I'm sure that Gamble would argue for a fee.
Right. Vandy says,
Cole doesn't really care, but
I'll leave that up to you. I myself do not have the ability to read Aklo. I only speak Common. But it seems like you already have the experts on the job. But if there's anything I can assist you with, I'd be happy to help you. But I mean, it's very interesting. Nimbeloth, that is quite a dark god to be involved with, but it definitely seems to fit the MO of Belcora. So
it's only a
that
name
is-
I've heard in passing. So
yes.
Where are they with
this is very
the-
concerning. We do have a festival coming up.
Oh no.
of course. Oh no, the festival. Maybe you need to worry about your town's well-being. No, I didn't say that. Just
What's
um.
the festival for?
Oh, it's just to celebrate the establishment of our town by the Rose Guard following the conquering of Valcora. And then Ostef said, "Yeah, it was my actually my great, etc." I can't remember if it's a grandfather or grandmother off the top of my head, but yeah, it was my ancestor. Actually, one of my ancestors are the ones that is one of the Rose Guard and founders of our town here. So it'd be a great source of morale building for our town. We also have our elections and such, so it's quite important that we proceed with our festivities. And so I'd greatly appreciate it if we were to try and take care of that beam of light before that happens.
How are they coming along with the body burning? I think it was mentioned. This is several months ago after the cemetery onslaughts that Jeb was introduced. I think there was a mention of like a kind of a burn order, or
Yeah.
yeah. Is there any updates? to
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. We've been making some progress with that.
Okay.
Gotta say, a lot of people aren't happy about it, but they kind of understand, seeing that what happened last time. You know, a lot of them lost loved ones, so we do what needs to be done. Hopefully, it makes a difference.
How far away is the festival at the moment? Like how many in-game days or weeks or months or?
Let me take a look here at my journal. It says the festival we have coming up here is it's in about let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2 weeks from now.
Jeez. Destroy an artifact in 2 weeks.
I mean, if you could at least do something, just make sure that there's no more undead flying in here. I don't expect you to conquer the whole lighthouse and have everything done within 2 weeks. You've done so much already, but this festival's really important to our town. And I feel like if we can't be able to proceed with this, we might have just people evacuating, and that might be the end of Otari and the end of my namesake. You know, the Menhims have been mayor of this town for a very long time, centuries. I don't know what I would do. The future of my family really depends on it. I hope you understand.
Of course, sir. It is real bad. It's got the lighthouse worse. I could feel it. It pulls, calls to me. The deeper we go. But we'll do our best. It seems well, yeah, I mentioned the unbreak, like that it was an artifact. I think it was, yeah. So everything you said about it being an artifact, or powered by an artifact, it would have been relayed to him. Okay, yeah. So yeah, keep destroying cremating bodies. Give everyone a mace. And
Here you go.
And hope for the best, I guess. Teach people how to smite. Go to Smite 101 class.
Yeah. And
what if we blocked the beam? I don't know if it would work, but you could try.
I mean, I imagine Belcor would have thought of something as simple as that, but you could try it. We'll see what happens.
Well,
I mean, we could still take our normal precautions, but
yeah,
I do think that someone as powerful as Belcor was, with as strong as this lighthouse is, as you said, being powered by Nimbleoth herself, I really don't think that.
I don't know. I never met this lady, so.
I don't think we could get any builders out there. It's like a bad place, and the attack just happened not too long ago on the town, and we probably couldn't get any craftsmen, skilled workers up there to jury rig some ghetto ass blocking device. Okay. All right. Yeah, and I would I guess I don't think there's anything left to say to the mayor or the priestess Soul. Is there?
Oh, before you do go, I think it'd be great if you made an appearance at the festival, got involved with some of our different activities that we have going on. I think it'd inspire the townspeople quite a bit, and to see get to spend a little bit of time with their heroes. Kind of put a face to the name, so to speak.
That's mighty kind of you. I suppose if we get this tower all dealt with, you said it's 2 weeks now, roughly, right? 2 in-game weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks is when the festival will happen. Yep. From this day, which is Gosrin the 29th.
Sure. Times like this, community is almost all you have, so absolutely, I'll be there. I won't speak for the rest of the party because I don't know their leanings, but community is very important to Jeb and Jeb's deity, Erastil. Actually, Erastil's month is coming up. There's a month called Erastil. I think it's a month or two away, so yeah. So Jeb would definitely come, and maybe he'll regain more of his personhood and memories and stuff to better interact with NPCs come the festival. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right, so it's about coming up on noon here after you guys kind of finish up your meeting with the mayor and with Vandy.
Oh, I want meat for Agriel. I need to get cuts from everything. Shit. What kind of livestock they got on this island here? Maybe just we can handle the selling off cam. If I should have looked up the price of meat.
I mean, there's farms and stuff kind of scattered throughout the island too. I'd say you'd be able to find kind of the typical stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly fish. It's a port town. Fish is kind of the most common thing, and easy to get a hold of. Other things are going to be a bit more spendy.
Yeah. I guess if I could, we can do the numbers off stream if it takes to. But I like a bulk of fish, and then like I don't know, like one light of chicken and one. Well, we can work on the numbers. I basically want a little bit of everything, and trying to figure out if Agriel being at the fish camp could work. So he is. We are on an island, and it's connected to the Darklands, and you know, afraid that Agriel would just maybe get smited because of him being the way he is, or that he falls off the wagon and starts eating innocents. Jeb means to talk to him, ask him if he recalls anything about his cause of death. I don't think I know anyone in the history of Forever that's ever wanted to be a ghoul. So there's a chance that he was, you know, maybe he had, he was a decent, and he certainly helped us a lot. So he certainly earned a lot of brownie points with Jeb. So
sure.
Yeah, so I'm sorry I didn't come very prepared about the meats, but I just
That's
like
okay.
probably one light of each type of meat, just in case if it's stupid expensive. I should be able to 1 L's worth of like chicken and beef and whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll.
Yeah, probably find out stuff for just like a couple gold pieces or whatever. If depending on how much you get, if it's just like smaller amount, I think you say a gold piece or whatever. So
yeah, it's a small amount. I don't want to bring like a whole cow down to Agriel or something like this. But yeah, trying to find some middle ground, some middle meat, I guess, to eat.
Oh,
on.
sure. For that much, probably wouldn't even cost a gold piece. Then it'd just be like, let's say 5 silver.
He should. Okay, 5. I'll deduct the 5 silver, and you don't even have to put in my inventory the meat because it'll be like he'll inhale it probably.
My microphone, the plastic piece that holds it on the like arm, my boom arm, it broke.
That's annoying.
And it's part of.
You always have some problem with your stuff.
Proprietary. Yeah, today's
one thing after another.
Yeah. And then so I was like, I'll put it on the stand so it's staying straight up and it can kind of hold itself. But I need another rod and the rod's missing. So,
oops.
I might just have to buy that.
It still sounds good.
Mount. Well, yeah, because I'm holding it. It's not that, like, it's broken, but I just can't mount it to anything, which is terrible for gaming.
Good thing you're not playing a first-person shooter today.
I might be.
Later.
What?
Oh, and if it's possible,
I was just trying to move this
about,
up, and it snapped. I guess I.
Well, I'll wait to retrain, but I am thinking about retraining the alchemical shot.
Sure.
Yeah, but just put that on the back burner for now. It's not important.
Yeah.
We got to figure out this Agriel thing and the lighthouse, and yeah. So.
Sure. All right, so yeah, you guys head down. You guys heading back to the lighthouse then?
Yeah, it feels like time is against us, and so Jeb would definitely want to.
Definitely.
Yeah, and he would probably defer to Soul because Soul has been here the longest. Versus Jeb. You know, Jeb just joined. So whatever direction Soul wants to go in, whether it's the Zoggle side thing or it's up to Soul.
Sure. Oh, I forgot to give you guys the
I keep forgetting my microphone's not here.
The blueprints. You're also able to get some blueprints for the
duct tape.
The vault, I believe. Let me check on that, make sure here. Yes, it's Gauntlight blueprints.
And we've made it down to like the 3rd level or something, I believe. 2nd or 3rd level.
You're on the 3rd level right now, and it's
Yeah.
mostly covered. You hit like the bigger spots, so there's just kind of
Yeah,
a few
some
doors
odds
you need to
and
go
ends.
through if that's what you
Sure.
want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Looks like it's just a bunch of information. It's not actual like floor plans.
Hmm.
At least from my understanding here.
Well, knowing the number of levels by itself is helpful if that's something we actually know as PCs.
Yep.
And then knowing that the teleportation circles can get us in between the levels, maybe that means that the stairs are ending at some point, and we have to use the magical methods.
Perhaps.
Yeah. But the Darklands too. Was there anything about any levels being connected to the Darkland, like a Darklands entrance, or the librarian had mentioned the Darklands?
So what Sol would know is that there are many tunnels underneath this area. Being he spent some time there with Zogglefart and Sherman.
I'm a knowing boy.
Okay.
Yeah, and their other Noel friend, whose name escapes me. But anyway, yeah, there were also some tunnels underneath the fishery connected to the Darklands, and so.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they could be linked up somehow.
Yeah. Well, if Belcora has a drow colleague, yeah. All right. So starting to put the pieces together.
All right, so you guys just head down to the 3rd level then.
Where did Sol want? Did Sol want to pursue the Zogglefart thing, or do we want to just save that for later, or
We can save that for later. Sorry, I'm putting duct tape on my thing, so it'll.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
and I'll just buy a new mount. I can
We'll
just do this
clear out the
temporarily.
rest of the 3rd floor, the unopened doors, whatever's left.
There's quite a bit.
Sol
left here.
kind of thinks that having Zoggle fight it'll fulfill his purpose in life.
But the body is missing. But the Sol has helped
That's
a number. Sol got the spark blade because he helped the Sol pass on. And then we helped the librarian Sol just now. So yeah, we'll see. See what happens here. Yeah.
So you guys gonna go back to the restricted collections, or are you gonna search through the main hallway and some of those doors?
Well, let's go back. I know we have that main hallway door.
We found that we found that secret door too in the ghoul kind of barracks.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we go to that. Since you just
do that
found
one?
it, it's kind of exciting. It'd be exciting for people watching as well. I think they'd want to know.
Yeah, it's a good spot. All right, we'll go ahead and move the party down there.
The doors aren't going anywhere. I mean, we can always.
Sure. I
backtrack if we
imagine.
need to.
I'm gonna be mute for a little bit here because I'm gonna rescrew my headset back or my microphone back on, and when I disconnect this, I can't hear anything. So
good.
Sure.
I'll have Sherman with light as well. I'm sure he would cast that too. All right, so you guys venture heading south. How are you going to be entering this next room here?
Looks like it's single file, right? Marching.
It's pretty narrow in here in this hallway. Oh, I better put us on the correct screen here. There we go. So here we are, back in this lovely room of death.
Yeah, Oku should definitely be towards the back. I mean, well, we're all basically ranged characters except for Soul, but I feel like Oku's like the cleric, and we need to keep them safe as. It's like a very high priority. I feel, especially since no one can heal Jeb except for Jeb. With the exception of, I mean, Oku can use spells, but you know what I mean, the medicine. So yeah, let's. I think that's a good marching order.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Beautiful.
All right. So Soul is gonna be the one to open the door.
Yeah.
Is Zoggle coming with us?
Or
Or
I don't know
Zoggle
if
can't
you
even
can-
leave that area.
I can't. I don't know the extent of his leash.
Oh, fair
Let
enough.
me measure.
Yeah. It's probably best that he's on a leash anyway. Just in general.
Yeah. Would you try and get him to come with you?
Oh yeah.
I'd ask
well,
if he'd want to, yeah.
Not Jeb. Well, I don't know if Jeb would, but I'm sure Soul would.
I would.
Love his little tripper back.
Yeah. So Zogglefart comes forward and he kind of starts hitting that same barrier, like right around here. And so.
Damn it! I'll just be holding it down here, bros. I can't go further. Apparently my legs don't work here, or I'm more drunk than I realized.
Yeah, he's like trying to run forward. He's just kind of running in place. It's like a cartoon where his legs
Yeah,
are
like
moving,
cartoon.
and he's just
Yeah. Little circle animation. Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Yeah. So he'll hold it down while you guys are exploring, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you kick it open the door there, Soul?
Let's kick her open, because I ain't got no stealth, so...
So as you kick the door open, you see just another small room here. If goddamn program would open my info, that would be great. Let me go the other way here. Let's see. Up, floor 3. There's an icon covering my thing there. So, all right. So what you see is this a small alcove. It's floor decorated with a silvery circle of inlaid runes sits in the eastern wall of this empty room. So just an empty room, and it seems there's some sort of
Circle on the wall.
circle here with runes on it. You've seen this before.
Yeah, some sort of
seems
circle
to-
magic.
Yeah, the teleportation stuff.
Seems, yeah, a teleportation circle of some kind.
Well, our resident gunslinger, not this gunslinger, the other gunslinger,
The one that
Uh,
knows magic.
the one that knows magic, is the one reading up on that stuff. So, what can he glean from this?
Well, I would
Should we
first
test
have
her
to
out?
figure out where this thing leads to. You don't. You got to do this in both spots.
Oh, you can't pick and choose where you go? You have to.
Well, no,
It's
no.
just
They
one to the
see-
other?
So this rune and this rune here and this rune here says it goes to this specific location. You gotta match them up, and so you find the runes.
You just pick
on
whatever
another
you wanted,
circle.
man. I don't know how any of this works.
Oh, so you need one person at each room or at each circle to do the ritual, right?
Not at the same time, but the ritual does need to be done at both places in order for it to be successful and then
Okay.
work.
Well, we might as
So-
well turn her on, though.
Yeah, and then we'll
try.
find the other one as we go.
Oh, sorry,
Oh my God, I
I
just
just
got shoved into a wall.
I clicked the wrong
I'm
kid, wrong
suffocating.
guy.
you're in timeout. So yeah, so we'll let the casters do their work, and we'll kind of keep an eye out.
So yeah,
As
let's
they
try an
do.
awaken portal ritual then. Awaken portal. It's gonna take like an hour, so I need to roll a check here. So table 10-5. The only thing to know is if the portal's other side is not awakened, this side remains awakened for only 1d6 days before it fades and falls dormant again. So then you'd have to come do it again.
So maybe we should just uncover the fog of war for the second one, and then come back and just do them all at the same time. Because we still have a lot to uncover in this level. We don't necessarily want to leave the level.
No, we don't need
anyway.
to sit here and figure all this out. Let's kill everything and then get the teleporters, right? We gotta kill everything
Your
anyway.
GM appreciates that because he doesn't fully understand how this stuff works yet.
The mechanics sound awesome though. I can't wait.
I think
to
we weren't
see-
supposed to discover it this soon, were we?
Well, you got.
I mean, it
that
wouldn't be much.
secret
It wouldn't be
room.
much later. It is definitely sooner than I expected, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
good.
it doesn't ruin anything. I'm excited about it. I really wanted you guys to get more information about how this stuff works.
And we've gotten a lot of
Yeah.
information from this too. I mean, this has really like moved us forward a little bit. So
Mhm.
information.
There's another door though. It looks like.
Yeah, there is another door.
Let's
in
kick
front
her
of you here.
open.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, so you open the door, and Jeb.
Uh huh.
Well, you
I
guys,
see something.
you guys see this. It kind of opens up into a bit of a cavern here, and you kind of hear this strange sound. And Jeb, you've definitely heard this sound before.
Oh.
Your mom?
Oh.
And
Eight
if you
burn
recall,
damage.
when you were lowered
Mom.
Oh, I know what
down
it is.
into the well,
Oh,
you heard the sound of a
the
cacophonous
gibbering. Yeah.
group of voices.
I'm gonna be
and
making will
as
saves here.
you open that door, you also hear all these voices yet again, and they are approaching you closer and closer. And with that, we'll see you next week.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
All
Sorry
right.
about all the technical problems.
That's all good. That's all good. It was a fun session. You guys learned a lot of cool stuff. Really
I was
moving the
like,
story
oh my
forward,
god, I'm sitting here trying to do stuff with my son, and we have a small group, and I'm like,
so- yeah, right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's great to have you here, and we'll see you next week. Take care.